Peace, peace, peace. What's going on? It's your boy Sincere Seven coming to you live and direct from the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. Also repping the House of Genesis. Go ahead and log into houseofgenesis.org and sign up for the email list if you want to keep up with the things. So I just wanted to get on and speak briefly. I don't plan on being here too long. Just about something that came across my mind today. I've been seeing a couple things that's just been going on in our communities, and as I've been learning to do more shutting up and observing. So I know a lot of y'all is kind of probably happy about that. Like, damn, finally he didn't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but don't get it twisted. When I feel like I need to sit up and speak, you know what I'm saying? That can be done too, right? And so one of the things that I want to speak on is, like, I'm speaking on it as a subject matter of with women, but it's not. It's really all around, right? And that's that lately you've been hearing that women don't feel protected in our community anymore. And, sitting on that and thinking through that, I'm realizing it's not protection that women are not experiencing, that it's not a lack of protection going on in our community. It's a lack of justice that's going on in our community. That's what it actually is. Protection is something that you are responsible for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Your protection, that's something that you know who you have to protect you. You know who you have to keep you from harm's way, to keep you out of whatever type of, that's your own personal decision. Your security is a personal, but is a personal factor, something that you personally, like, no community comes together to make sure somebody's safe. Because that's the case, we would be making sure that, oh, you need to make sure my people safe. Well, how are you over there making sure my people safe if you're not making sure your people is? But what we're talking about, what we're really explaining in our community that there's a lack of, is justice. After these things have already occurred, how is our community going to respond to it? This is a total different entity. This is a total different industry. This is a total different idea, and this does belong to the community. And I myself, again, me speaking on it as a subject for a live and speaking on it from the point of view of women is because I'm realizing, I'm saying to myself, oh shit, this is not what women are complaining about. They complaining about the same thing that the men are complaining about, but in a different way. This is all accountability. There's things going on where elders are supposed to step in and be that beacon of righteousness. And let me play the middle moderators and give you a wise example of how to handle these situations. And a lot of them are the individuals who are creating these situations. And so what we have is we have a lack of justice in our community. We have things going on that are not being addressed because of this new social media mindset of keeping everybody satisfied, keeping everybody happy, keeping your followers on your team. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to get blackballed. I don't want to get canceled. You do know that they can't cancel you from being an elder, right? So what you're really saying is, I do not want to fall out of public favor. Well, there's not supposed to be favor when you're a mediator anyway. I'm not going to side with the man because he's the man. High five. 10 points for the men. No, dog, you was wrong. Same with women. No, we're not finna just, get together and, girl, I know, right? Fuck him because no, girl, you were fucking wrong. He did that because you was out of pocket. Your MGT and your GCC was off the chain. But we don't have that. We don't have, again, as I've said many times, the rites of passages and the initiations. The people who are coming together saying, we agree. We agree that this is how this should be taken care of. We agree that this is how it should be attended to. So now when the men don't have any justice for the for the what? How would I put it? For the slacking in or lack of responsibility within their chain of command, then now it causes the men to what? Lack accountability in their chain of command. And what we have is we have a community that has no foundation and no respect for a chain of command, no respect for authority, no respect for the elders. And then we wonder why some of these young individuals are doing the things to the elders in the community, because they know their parents don't even respect the elders. They know in a lot of the situations it was the elders' fault that my mom's going through this. It was the elders' fault that my pops is looked at like this. There's no justice in our community. Me being an individual who has always been okay. Can you please order that, please? Who's been okay with confrontation? You know what I'm talking about? Can you please order that for them? I'm sorry, I just realized, I just thought about it. I've been okay with confrontation. So when you are an individual who is okay with confrontation, people who are not okay with confrontation a lot of time will seek you out to be the word of reason, or the word of protection, or the word of justice. Justice is one's rewards. Yes, that's on it should reward or justice for one's good good doings, or penalty for their bad doings. So what we have is we have a community that does not see and respond and honor people for the good things that they're bringing in the community. And we also have a community that lacks serving justice to individuals for their lack of in our community, for their wrongdoings, right? So now we have a group or a lineage of elders who have fallen into social media and the idea of appeasing. And so now everything is for the camera, everything is for likes and support, and oh, this is beautiful and all of that. But who is really addressing the negativities within our communities? Like on some real shit. Like when there's couples in our community who is going through shit and they're looking for guidance, leadership, and mediators, who is it that you would tell them to go to? Because again, now, making my point, me being a person who's always been willing to be controversial, I've had a lot of individuals who have come to seek out for me to speak for them. Okay? And I now am understanding when women are saying we're not being protected, that they're saying there's no justice in this community. These things fall upon us, these wrongdoings, these violations are falling upon us as women in this community, are falling upon our children. How is it that our community is responding? Who is the table? Who is the 12 elders? Who is the wise counsel that is speaking on these things? Who is that? We don't have that anymore. And so what we have is we have elders who are just the people who are being taken pictures with and speaking on, oh, remember back in the day when this, that, this, and the other happened. But who's actually holding seats of counsel? It's not protection that women are missing in our communities. It's justice. And it's not just the women that's missing it. It's also the men. When these situations go down within these relationships, and these relationships go bad, and these young individuals split, and they start to harbor anger and hatred towards one another, and they start to act out of manner, who's checking them? Who's checking the young ladies? Who's giving them the guidance and telling them, nah, baby girl, that's not how you handle that. That's not what you do with them children. You don't invite the white man, the judicial system into your happenings. You know what I'm saying? Nah, young man, that's not how you handle that. You don't put your hands on no woman. Now, the judicial system has to be brought into these proceedings because, again, who's serving justice? Because if we not whooping this young man ass, if we not giving him his stripes, if we not giving him his punishments, then what are we saying? Who is? And if we saying keep the judicial system out of our business and out of our communities, then who is stepping up serving as the justice within the communities? When your son gets caught breaking into a car by the neighbor and he said, I didn't want to call the police because we know what the police do to him, so I called you instead. Okay, that don't just mean, all right, come on, Tommy, time to go home. Thank you for calling me. Nah. What are we as a community going to do? What is Tommy's punishment? There isn't none. There's no punishments being handed down. There's no justice. There's no rewards, and there's no punishments for the individuals in our community. The thought and the idea of governing our communities is null and void now. So how is it that we are still looking for the community to give us the benefits of a community? Because for us to serve justice in our community, the communities have to agree. Do they not? The communities have to agree. Yeah, it was your son that got caught. Now, when it was her son that got caught in your car, you said you agreed to the punishment. Now it's your son. Do you still agree to the punishment? Well, why not? And if not, then this really needs to be spoken about as a community. This is what's missing in our communities: justice. And this is why we seek out those other individuals to come into our communities and police our communities. And then we want to get on camera. We want to have these protests, and we want to argue and yell and advocate that these policings are wrong. No, they're not. That's how these policings conduct themselves. You're wrong. We're wrong for inviting those policings into our community. When are we going to start to police ourselves again? When are we going to start to give down justice within our own community? When are we going to start holding individuals within our communities accountable? Do you know how many things that I'm aware of, violations that have occurred with children, violations against women, violations that against people that should not have taken place? And these individuals are still allowed to walk onto stages and perform, to walk into establishments and sell their goods, walk into establishments and to advertise who they are in this community. How you got pedophiles teaching chess to children? How could a school stand for that? If you know what I'm talking about, you know I ain't damn lying. How could a school stand for that? When I was made aware of this shit hurt me because I was a firm supporter. And to find out that things weren't done because, the funding that would have taken place and that we would have lost. Well, then why are we not policing our own communities? This is what the women are talking about. It's not protection that they lack, it's justice. The protection that's based off of you, how you move, and who you are called your protector. My woman is not going through the things that a lot of women are going through. Why? Because she follows my direction. She's not going to do things that I tell her not to do. And if she does, then she falls outside of my mode of protection. So protection belongs to the women themselves. What men are you placing yourself around? Who are you saying is my protector? There's no protector that you have that is not aware that he is your protector. When you make him aware that he is your protector, then they are able to either confirm nor deny that they will give that protection. So it's not protection that we lack in our community. It's justice. Fuck how it happened. Fuck why it happened. It happened, and now what are we gonna do? And that's where we as a community fall short, fall fucking horribly with the women as well as the men. And you know what that means that we fell in most of all? The children. If you failing the men and the women, then how the fuck is you serving the children correctly? And this is why we have the community of children that feel the way they do about the elders in the community, about the systems, about the advice. How the fuck can you tell me anything and you not even protecting me? And that's what I got to say about that. I told y'all this wouldn't be long. I don't need an hour or 2 hours. That's that. Share this shit. Share this. Because it's going on right now, currently in our communities. It ain't about me. It ain't about him. It ain't about her. It ain't about her. It's about all of us as a community. I don't give a damn what religion, what culture. That's what I'm talking about. As a community, regardless of your religion, regardless of how you see yourself, whether you Islam, Christian, you know what I'm saying, a spiritualist, that shit don't matter. As a community, walking around, when my babies leave this house to go to the store, when your son do something violent, do something sexual, do something out of pocket, and we as a community get together, what are we gonna do about it? When that young lady do something out of pocket, when these young parents start misrepresenting for the children, what are we doing? Where's the council? Where's the individuals that are coming together saying, no, we are the elders. This shit is not going to stand. Where they at? Where they at? Because I don't bear witness to none of them out here outside of me. I said that. I said, that's what I'm saying. Share this. Share this. I got too many resumes. I've been in this community too long. In Detroit, for the last 20 years, the shit that I've seen that's happened, that's been allowed to happen, and we have people in the community called elders that will still greet people with the same love, the same respect, the same adornment. Hell no. You got me fucked up. I'm not hugging and giving that brother no dap. He's a violator, and he shouldn't be allowed to walk amongst us carefully or comfortably. But nah, y'all don't want to be the elders. Y'all want to be loved and cherished. And I don't give a fuck about you liking me. There's nobody out here who could speak about any violations against me. And that's how we as elders are supposed to be. Talk to me previous to anything 20 years ago, then you might have me. Anything previous to 20 years ago, yeah, I was wild. I was done. When I got knowledge of self and cleaned myself up, became a righteous man, talk to me. I'm throwing stones. I live in a glass house. Everybody knows I've worn my shit openly. You could speak to my exes, speak to any mates that I've been with, speak to any woman that sat in any corners, 4 corners of any building at any point in time. Same with the men. If you've sat in any 4 corners with me at any point in time in the last 20 years, you don't have no violation against me. You might have some offenses. You might be offended by some shit I said or did. But there ain't no violations that occurred. And we are supposed to be held to them conditions because we are supposed to speak for those that come behind us. How can I protect you when I myself am violating?
Y'all go outside.
How?
Go outside.
How can I speak on accordance for you when I'm sitting down breaking bread with a pedophile? Got me fucked up. It's not going to happen. If you see me sitting breaking bread with a motherfucker who has violated a woman or child, let it be known that I did not know. Why do I not know? Because our village is not holding motherfuckers accountable. You know why? Because once we realize that it's our brothers, it's our fathers, it's our uncles, it's our boyfriends, it's our lovers, then we become sympathizers for pedophilism. Then we become sympathizers for sexual abusers and rapists. Then we become sympathizers for thieves, for liars, for murderers. And we know what sympathizers do. We have sympathy for those people, and we allow them in our homes to sleep and to have comfort and to have lodging and food, clothing, and shelter and become comfortable so that they can what? Violate again. A lot of us are, no. A lot of y'all are guilty of it. Well, I'm saying it publicly today. I'm not with anybody, any individual. If you've heard me speak highly of an individual or speak as somebody who is my equal, my brother, my sister, my rights and arms, and you got violations against you from them, I need to be held aware of this. If I'm not, then it's not for me. See, a lot of people want to come to me with rumors. I don't do rumors. I don't do rumors. See, this is what even in the Western policing system, they say an accuser has a right to meet the accusee. Yeah, no, I said you did this shit to me. I don't want to get it second, third, fourth hand. I don't believe in that because there's a lot of people who are foul and who speak negatively on people. I've had it done to me. I've had false allegations against me. I'm not one of them, well, I don't care what people say about me. Oh, I do. And I'm going to respond. So let's go find everybody who let that shit leave they motherfucking mouths. Let's line them up all in a room and figure out where that shit started at. Who was the first individual to say that shit out their mouths? Look me in my face. Where'd you get that shit from? Oh, that person said you a lie. That person standing right there. I did not tell you that. I did not say that was that person. I said that was, yeah, that type of shit. So nah, I don't do that shit. I don't do this, oh, she mad, so she started saying shit just to fuck her. This ain't about, again, social media. This ain't about canceling somebody's contract. That ain't what we talk. I don't give a fuck about public liking you and all of that shit. No. Did this shit occur? Because if it did, the community needs to know about it, and we need to start holding justice. And if not, then what are you here for? Then why would you carry any name of an elder? You're not an elder. You're just an old motherfucker. There's a difference between elders in the community and old motherfuckers in the community. An elder comes with responsibilities. An elder comes with accountability. That's what we're talking about right now. A lot of y'all ain't elders. You just old motherfuckers. And I don't give a fuck. I ain't got no respect for the old motherfuckers. Fuck how you so give a fuck. You know how many old motherfuckers I know? I was in the army. You know how many old motherfuckers I know? A lot of them don't deserve no motherfucking justice. No, they deserve justice. They don't deserve no respect, though. See? Respect is earned. Not just by getting old, either. Because there's a lot of old motherfuckers who are the violators. Huh? He ain't no elder. He an old motherfucker. He's just somebody who continued to evade the proper justice. Because if justice was passed down properly, he would have not made it to that age. That's why the women feel that they're not being protected. They just don't have the right lingo. It's not protection. Protection is who your man or your father. That's what that's for. If you don't have no man or no father, then you need to have a brother. There's somebody that is aware that they are your protectors. You need to have that conversation with them. You are to protect me, right? If I get into something, will you protect me? You need to have that conversation, women, to those people who you find to be your protectors. But when it comes to justice, I don't need to fucking know you. I don't need to know you. This man violated you. I don't need to know you. I don't need to be your brother, your lover, your any of that shit. To call justice or to serve justice. That's what we're missing out here. And justice is not just for women. It is rewards or punishment for one's actions, whether they be righteous or unrighteous, immoral. If you do some immoral shit, you need to be served justice. Whatever that might be. You might be beaten with many stripes. You might have something taken from you. You know what I'm saying? You might have to go on a 90-day fast. You might have to go on a year's exile. Get the fuck from around the community for a year. We do not want to see you at an event. We do not want to hear your fucking name. See? But these things is falling in our community. We falling away from this. What is the community? Where at? Where can I not be like, you ain't gonna tell me where to be? A true community, you wouldn't even say that. You wouldn't even want to test that theory. Because I'm going to tell you right now, in the community I'm from, the jackals felt like giving them a year off was loose. So you should be honored. But understand, you got a sword above your flag. So guess what that means? That if you do come into the community, you do go outside of these violations, we open up the motherfucking gate and let the Hoyas out. Nah, man, I never call your house. Wheezy verse, if y'all ain't catch it. In other words, now, whatever happens to them, the community is not going to respond. There's no, oh, this happened to them and we need to start. No, that was justice. But we've totally fallen from all of this. And now we are looking for the Western world to provide us justice while they kill our black women that are calling because an intruder's outside the window. This shit don't even surprise me no more. It don't even surprise me no more. It's like, yeah, okay, there we go again. Yep, okay, there we go again. Police, please come to my house. She calls the wicked to her house to protect her. And they tell her 30 seconds before doing it, I will blow your face off. And then did it. And we want to protest. We want to argue. We want to march and hold up signs about how they police. This is what they do. They have standard operating procedures. Y'all wonder why we go through all this protest and they say, okay, they go to court and then they go to court and then they say they were found not guilty because they were within these standard operating procedures. What I'm telling y'all is these standard operating procedures are not our procedures. Their policing structures are not our structures. My black woman said to me, there's no water in the house. Let's take a walk to the store and go get some water. We left out the house. Approximately 5 minutes later, there are red and blue lights in the neighborhood, and we are being detained for walking in the street. This is not made up. This happened a few days ago. For walking in the street very aggressively. 2 white officers approached us, questioning us. This is not our policing. You think we gonna walk up on, you think that we in our community as black men are gonna be walking through the community and see a man and a woman walking through the community and walk to them and say, hey, what y'all doing walking in the street? What are y'all doing? Where are y'all going? Where y'all coming from? Does that sound like the type of policing that we find justice in? Hell no. So what the hell make y'all think that there's gonna be justice served to the women in our community who are violated? Nah, the problem is too many of y'all are fearful. Y'all weak and y'all wicked and y'all are led astray by the wrong things. Period, point blank. Y'all know I don't give a fuck about the static. Share this shit. Because too many elders in our community are failing us. Y'all not elders. You're old motherfuckers. If you had a flag to show that you was an elder, I'd snatch it off. I'd snatch that shit right off your chest while you on TV being honored for your works. I'd snatch it off your chest while the press release is taking place about the opening of your new events. I'd snatch that shit off your chest while the people are standing in groups applauding. And I give you the ability to tell me that I shouldn't be snatching it off your chest, to tell me that I'm violating your rights, your respect. I would challenge that. I know a lot of the elders out here, and I got respect for very few. Very few. Very few. And I invite the conversations. I invite an individual to say, well, Seven, we don't think you deserve respect in this community. I invite that conversation on a public platform. I would show up. I would show up. I would sit right there on that table and I would allow, you know how they do the roasts of individuals? I would allow whoever feels that way to sit right there and open their mouth. And not only would I allow it, I would challenge it. I would challenge it. I'd look them dead in their face and say, what's the violations you got against me? Because I'm going to respond to them when you're done. But at the same time, any individual that sits in that seat, I'm going to put the receipts on the table that I have of them. I sit in this community for years and years and watch this shit happen. Watch things go down and watch how nobody responds to them. Watch how individuals continue to support these violators and these offenders. How individuals will keep hush hush so that they can be on these platforms, so that they can be given these recognitions. You don't deserve them. Not if the truth was to be told. And the truth be told, you would still deserve them, even if you would have told the truth in all of these matters. Even if you would have walked with integrity, you could still today be on those same stages. The only reason you don't deserve them is because you didn't say shit. It's because you did continue to support these violators and these sick individuals in our communities, because you did keep your mouth closed when you knew the truth. You ain't no elder, you just an older motherfucker. I invite it. I challenge it. I challenge it. I've had people come to me and explain to me the violations that have occurred, and I've served justice in this community. Period. I've served justice in this community. There's some who know. If they watching this video right now, I never speak on your shit like that. You know, but you know. Those who know, know. Because that's how justice is supposed to happen. Get that out of your mouth. That's how it's supposed to happen in this community. We supposed to have these women's back. We supposed to respond to these violations. We supposed to do things when these things happen to our children. When they happen to the women. When they happen to the men. That's why you don't see me at a lot of these events. That's why you don't see me. Why? Because they know I'm not going to goddamn support it, because you goddamn supporting violators. You supporting motherfuckers who we know, everybody in the community know the shit they've done. Just like when they talk about R. Kelly and how they knew about him in Chicago. It's the type of shit we talking about. They knew about him being at high schools. How do you say this as a community? Oh, the whole community know about him. Oh, the whole community knew this. So I said I was going to be long, and I said I was done, and then I went on my emotional rant. So I'm going to get off of it. And I'm just going to put that out there. I like that. So 1, I'm speaking live and direct. 2, share this shit. 3, I challenge anybody, any elders. If you 44 and under, don't fucking, you can come to me on some like, yo, this is going on some like seeing me as an elder. If that's not the case, we ain't got nothing to talk about. I know who I am. And if you want to push that anyway, I'm not going to invite it. I'm not going to invite it, but I will respond accordingly. I will respond accordingly. So if a young motherfucker got something he want to say, oh, go ahead, holler at me. A young broad got something she want to say, go ahead, holler at me. Bring 2 sisters with you. We need a motherfucking audience. Don't come alone. Don't come say shit to me alone. Bring the public with you. Bring your camera on live. Bring 2, 3 sisters with you. Bring the brother you care about, preferably. Bring a man that you care about. And then we can go forward. Say whatever the fuck you want to say. And there's going to be a response to it. With that, I'm going to say, in closing, we need to bring justice back to our communities. Y'all said expose them. We tried to. But y'all started figuring out who it was, and y'all started protecting them. Furthermore, nah, we trying to. But y'all thought it was a one-way street, only to get women protected. No. Women, elders, you need to be speaking up to these young ladies in the community who are handling shit completely fucking wrong. If you want to see your kids fight harder, if a broad say that shit, there needs to be an elder in the community saying, come here, young lady, let me speak to you. But there's not. It's a lack of accountability all the way around. When I'm an elder to these young motherfuckers in the streets, I don't give a fuck about how they take me. I don't care about how they feel about the shit I'm saying to them. You a hoe ass nigga, you hit that broad. That's the type of shit I'm saying to them, to their face. I bet you won't do me like that. And the ones who feel like they is like that and will get it popping like that, I invite you. I said it. You a hoe ass nigga if you out here putting your hands on women. And if you want to show you not a hoe ass nigga by putting your hands on me, I invite it. Make yourself feel better about hitting on that woman. It probably won't, but I invite you to try it. But at the same time, women, you need to be holding these younger broads accountable for these the violations that are occurring within our community. As a community, if we are a community, then let's be a community. And with that being said, tell somebody you love them in the language that they can understand it in after you share this video. Peace.